So welcome back to my channel. Hopefully, y'all listening to the content that I'm putting out. So today, I want to address. I can't believe we back on this. The illegal immigration. I just saw a little news clip from CNN talking about what happened in Chicago, where they went in there in a building and they raided it. They arrested 37 gang members, but they had everybody outside from the building, and apparently somebody said, right? There's no video of it, no pictures, that ICE was zip tying all the kids together and had them sitting down on the sidewalk or something like that. Okay, well, and then they were talking about how that's not right. That why should legal citizens be exposed to that? Being detained for until 3 o'clock in the morning until they got all the illegal immigrants and the gang leaders and shit like that. And then they asked the question, "Are you all right?" Now check this out. This is like the most stupidest question, and I'm surprised that nobody the guy they asked. He's pretty solid. He's a conservative in CNN. I couldn't believe he didn't answer. He didn't answer because the first thing that popped into my head was what I'm about to say. So they were like, "Are you okay?" And your rights being violated for a few hours in order to catch, to catch the bad guys. And he was like, he couldn't. He walked around it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with being detained for shit. I'm okay with being detained for a whole day as long as they get all those criminals out of my apartment building. Because guess what? Once they get them out, it's a safer place. I don't understand how that, what is going on, yo? I laugh now because it really seems like, people out there are just picking little shit just to cry, just to make noise. And it's like, if you have half a brain, you will know that that's all bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Would I be okay with my neighborhood being shut down for a month if they're gonna get all the bad people out, and I'm detained for a whole month? Hell yeah, I'm cool. I'm okay, because guess what? When I go back to my house, my neighborhood's gonna be safer. So what's a month? And that's being extreme, right? But what's a month or a few days or a couple of hours for overall safety? That's something I need to think about, yo. When I come with this bullshit talking points that CNN be giving you. I don't understand, and I don't understand why we back on this. Y'all will gain in some and I'm talking about the left. Because I was trying to say no political affiliation, but come on, man. Y'all already know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will gain some traction when y'all got on the Epstein file shit. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Because I am upset about that Epstein shit. You know what I'm saying? But y'all want to focus on bullshit. So we back on this fucking illegal immigration. That's so stupid, bro. That's so stupid. Go back to the Epstein. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will gain some traction there. Because I'm with you on that one. But on that, we know that Trump is in it. Is he there for some bad shit? Probably not. He was just hanging around with his, with millionaires. You know what I'm saying? I was having a conversation in one of my group chats, and I was saying that I don't really think that it's a racism war. It's a race war anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it ever been to an extent. You know what I'm saying? To an extent. I think it's always been a classism war, and they hide and they dress that up as racism. You know what I'm saying? Just for whatever reason. But I just think that people with money want to hang out with people with money. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have money, then you don't belong to that class, or you don't belong in that area. So they kick you out. And if you happen to be black, you call racism. If you happen to be Spanish, you call racism. or you call illegal immigration now, right? But if you are rich, Hispanic, black, or whatever, right? If you're rich and you hang out with the rich, white, black people, whatever, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right, cause it's all about how deep your pockets are, and you're gonna be where you could fit in. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody could fucking wear Balenciaga sneakers. You know what I'm saying? And if you can, then good for you. But can you really wear them? But anyway, back to the immigration shit. Like, y'all need to let that shit go, because the illegals need to go. Period. I don't understand why this is still a topic. And to me, Trump already did. Trump already accomplished what I voted for in his first few days. Like, I want to say week, if that, and that was securing the border and getting rid of immigrants, illegal immigrants. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's already a win. Like, everything else that's going on, that is going right, that's just a plus. You know what I'm saying? That's extra. So my vote, what I voted for, got addressed. You know what I'm saying? Anything else, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we need to get more strong on that. All this shit talking about, innocent people, collateral damage, blah blah blah. Shit is going to happen. It's going to happen. I don't understand why anybody is surprised of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. And I don't. And the people that are surprised are the ones that are trying to make this an issue, which, when in reality, is not. Illegals go, citizens stay. You know what I'm saying? If you got pulled over or you got detained during an ICE raid, just have your paperwork, bro. I'm carrying my passport, not even my passport, because I got global entry, so I carry that around. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't feel like my rights are being violated, or that I'm being treated like something different. You know what I'm saying? I just know my role. Know your role and act accordingly. You know what I'm saying? And you will have a good life. Like, if you ain't doing nothing bad, nothing's gonna happen to you. Now, if you start being disrespectful and try to act like your shit don't stink and tapping your chest, then shit's gonna happen to you. Be humble, be respectful, have the proper identifications, and you should be all right. Now, I say all of that, right, to come to this little topic that's probably not going to take long. Maybe it will. You know what I'm saying? And before I say it, I find it funny because, I'm an independent that leans right. You know what I'm saying? Because I will vote for a Democrat if they have this shit right. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem. But most Democrats are on that bullshit. Like, no Medicaid or welfare for illegals. Like, come on. The government shutdown? If that's what the Democrats are trying to do, then shut it down. It's going to affect me. Not really. But, you know what I'm saying? It's not that's not a Republican fault. That's the Democrats. And if you okay with them getting free medical and all that shit, then you are part of the problem. Your thinking process is part of the problem. And I think at this point, y'all need to really leave this country and go live in a place where the shit that you want is accepted. You know what I'm saying? So that you could have a better understanding and a better appreciation when you come back over here. You know what I'm saying? Most of these people that support all this bullshit have never even left their state. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of sad. But anyway, my point to what I was going to. It's funny, right? Oh, my nipple's showing. Hold on. Oopsie. Anyway, back what I was saying. I'm a independent that leans right. I have a Cybertruck. I'm MAGA. Now, I'm gonna say this real quick because I want this to be clear. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know this, and it's like something new that happened. You know what I'm saying? Being MAGA is not being a Trumpster. It's two different things, right? Because I do see a lot of wrong things in what Trump is doing. So, a Trumpster will not say that Trump is doing anything wrong. And there's some stuff that he is. I'm MAGA, right? Trump started that. But the movement has taken its own leg. Right? Because MAGA is all about America first and the citizens first. And I believe that. I believe that to the core. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything should be, it should be in the interest of the United States. Anything that's not in the interest of the United States is just white noise. You know what I'm saying? It should not be entertained, or it should not be part of anything. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for some wars, right? Some wars, and all of that bullshit. Funding, giving money to other countries to fund their war, that's not MAGA. All right? So I'm MAGA. America first. Make America great again, right? And I don't want to hear the bullshit. When was America great? America's been great. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have this illegal immigration problem. Because if it wasn't great, then they will not be coming to this country. So for the ones of you that says, when was America great? Again, you probably you are a born American, and you probably haven't left the United States if you say that. You know what I'm saying? So just be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Now, got that. I'm a MAGA, right? I got a Cybertruck. I'm Spanish. Got Dominican flags. Look at this. Got Dominican flag on my Cybertruck, inside and outside, right? In front of my license plates in the front is a big Dominican flag, Plátano Power. You know what I'm saying? In the back, the border around the place in the back it says Dominican, right? So I'm MAGA, I'm Dominican, I have a Cybertruck, I'm an immigrant, and all of that, right? So I'm a contradiction to like what these liberals be arguing about, right? Or be crying about. Because a lot of people that see me in my Cybertruck, they give me the middle finger, right? They give me the middle finger. And I'm like, and those are the ones that are probably over here trying to advocate for my people, for my type of people. You know what I'm saying? Like immigrants, Dominicans, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So I'm a contradiction. And I just look at them and I'm like, not only that, they see all of that, but I'm also blasting them, boy, in Spanish music, right? So right away they should be like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? You know what I'm saying? And should have their critical thinking happen. But a lot of people don't have critical thinking abilities, you know what I'm saying? Which leads to what I'm saying. The Bad Bunny shit. You know what I'm saying? I blast Bad Bunny in this car, windows down. And I live in a red state. And there's a lot of motherfuckers here giving me the middle finger, right? But they're hearing all this shit. So every time they give me the middle finger and they hear the music or they look at the flag, they look at me with confusion. And I look at them up and I'm like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? But the Bad Bunny thing, I need to get over it. You know what I'm saying? Look, the left is jumping on that because they think it's a winning point for them. You know what I'm saying? They think it's a winning point because, that goes against Trump. And that's so sad, bro. Like that's what y'all thinking, right? But then when you see me in my Cybertruck blasting Bad Bunny, y'all give me the middle finger. So who the fuck are y'all really supporting here? But this goes to the Republicans, right? This goes to the Republicans. Listen, Bad Bunny said you got 4 months to learn Spanish. And like I said in my post, learning Spanish, 4 months, that's doable. That's doable, right? We had to learn English. You know what I'm saying? I think I learned English. I don't want to say, well, yeah, probably I was understanding it in 4 months. You know what I'm saying? I was saying little things here and there. So it could be done. There's a melting pot. This is not, let me begin to make this shit clear to you, right? This is not, the United States does not belong to white people. Wow, I said it right. It doesn't. It belongs. It's a melting pot, first of all. But and I'm gonna go to the African Americans, and I hate saying that word, bro, because you're not African Americans. You're Americans. And I hate saying American because you're not Americans. You know what I'm saying? Americans is the whole fucking continent. Canada and Chile. Canada, the most northern point of this continent, are Americans. Chile, or I think Chile is the south, the most southest country in this continent, are Americans. So when Trump named the Gulf of America and y'all lefties are over there losing your mind, like, that's kind of racist for y'all. And the right, they retarded too. Like, I want to say that they kind of retarded because they're like, yeah, we, and I'm gonna say like the Trumpsters, right? They're like, yeah, America, blah blah blah. Bro, somebody like me, I'm like, well, it doesn't belong to Mexico. You gave it to the whole continent. That's the Gulf of America. So that belongs to the Canadians, and that belongs to South America and the United States. The United States, you know, and I need you to like educate yourself on this simple little thing, right? The United States is not America. The United States is the United States. And the people that live in the United States are United Statians. There's a difference in the Spanish language when we talk about people that live in the United States, right? We don't call them Americans. We call them United Statians. Now, Akon said it best. You know, Akon said that the United States, Americans, they are real good at promoting and advertising, right? So they call themselves Americans, right? And now everybody, well, in America, in the non-educated people, believe that if you're born in the United States, you're an American. You're an American because you was born in the continent. Mexicans are Americans. You know what I'm saying? Like, think, bro. All right. So when they changed that to the Gulf of America, they just gave it to the whole continent. I don't see it as it belongs to the United States because it's not called the Gulf of the United States. It's called the Gulf of America. So be happy they took. The United Statians took it from Mexico and gave it to all. Wow, and it was a Republican. You know what I'm saying? So they gave the Gulf of Mexico to America. Y'all should be happy about that. Y'all fucking lefties, that's why I'm so confused with you. But the thing is that you're not educated. You know what I'm saying? Because little shit like that, you know, you should be like, yo, like he made it for the whole continent. Cool, right? So back to what I was saying about Bad Bunny. I read a post that said, deport him. Deport him where? To the United States? Because, you know, Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States. And I know Puerto Ricans are going to get mad when I say this, but Puerto Rico is like a state. It's like a state of the United States. See what I'm saying? Like when they say Puerto Ricans, and listen, I'm not trying to offend no Puerto Ricans, right? But when y'all say Puerto Ricans, I think of not as a country. I think of it as a state, right? Like if I'm from New York, I say I'm a New Yorker. I'm a New Yorker. I'm a Dominican New Yorker because I was raised in the Dominican Republic, right? So when a Puerto Rican says he's Puerto Rican, he's saying that he's from the state territory of Puerto Rico, but he's a United Statian. You get me? I hope this is clear. And like I said, I know a lot of motherfuckers gonna get mad, but the truth is the truth. And until y'all don't separate from the United States, that's what you are. You are part, shit, should I dare say it? You're part of the Virgin Islands, the American Virgin Islands. That's what you are. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so when they say deport Bad Bunny, you're going to deport him to Puerto Rico, and then he get on a plane and come back because he's American. He's a United States. Okay, so I said, right? 4 months. It's a lot of time to learn Spanish. If you really butthurt about, you know, the music that's being played at the Super Bowl, first of all, if you're an NFL guy, I don't think you really go there for the halftime. If you do go there, or if you do watch it for the halftime, then you're not really a football a football fan, and I should say NFL because it's not football. And soccer is football. But again, whatever. Learn Spanish. You could do it. I got faith in y'all. You know what I'm saying? This country does not belong to white people. And like what I was saying about African Americans, which I hate saying, right, is that there's an identity problem in the United States. You know, and I've noticed this a while back. Just talking to people, talking about, oh, what are you? And I'm like, I'm Dominican. They're like, no, what are you? I'm like, I'm Dominican. They're like, no, what are you? And then it ends up, well, you African, you're African. This should be another video, but fuck it, I'm gonna do it here. I'm not African. I have African descent, yes. What makes a Dominican, right, is Africa, because of the slaves, Spaniard, because of the slave masters, and Taínos, right, because they were slaves. So, when you tell me that I'm African, you know what I'm saying? You're telling me to denounce my other parts that made me a Dominican. So, while I say that I am black, right? Because my hair texture when I had hair is like black people, right? I identify as a black Dominican, not an African Dominican. And if there was, on the application, if there was brown, I would put brown because I'm brown. I'm not black, all right? And not only that, I am Dominican. I am Dominican. I saw a little video on Instagram with that comedian, I forget his name. It really doesn't matter. He's African. I forget his name. Afri, whatever the fuck his name is. He's talking about that he made a video a couple of years ago talking about that went viral. The Dominicans be like, I'm not black, I'm not black, I'm not black. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm guessing he's saying, I'm not black, is that I'm not African. You know what I'm saying? Because we are black. What happens in DR is colorism. You know what I'm saying? Colorism. And this is a big thing that you guys, most United Statians don't understand, especially if you're black, don't understand, because over here it got masked into you're black, you're African. And let me go back to the whole African American shit. This country belongs to y'all, to you black people. Stop calling yourself African American, because how many generations have you lived here? You know what I'm saying? Like, at what point in the generation do you say, you know what? I'm a United Statian. I was born here. I got roots here. My grandparents were Africans, but not me. When you start doing that, you start becoming part of. You start feeling like you're part of. When you keep putting African American, you separate it. You will never find a connection to this country because you are making it separate, right? So stop saying you're African American. Say you're Black American. As a matter of fact, if you want to be educated, say you're Black United Statian. That makes more sense. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, you got Black Colombians, you got Black Peruvians, you got Black Mexicans that are Black American. The only African Americans in this country right now that I could think of is Elon Musk, right? Akon, and I think he's in Africa, and that comedian, that black comedian that says motherfucker, him. Those three that I could think of are the only African Americans. Y'all black people, y'all not African, bro. Y'all United Statians. Take accountability for your country. Make this work. Make this country work for you like it's worked for me. And all the immigrants that came to this country to better themselves, to be part of this great country. Because this is a great country. If it wasn't a great country, immigrants wouldn't be coming here, right? You don't hear that problem. They don't have that big of a problem in Canada. And Canada's supposed to be, a great country, a good country, right? But it's not. They come here, the land of opportunity, where somebody could be born homeless and become president of the United States if they want to. That doesn't happen in my country. You born poor, you dying poor. Unless You fucking do something out of the ordinary. But because of classism and colorism, they keep you down. That shit doesn't exist here. So stop that shit. It's not race. It's not a race thing. Y'all make it a race thing. CNN is making a race thing. And anybody that used that race victimhood need to stop. There are some of you blacks out here that are changing that. I follow the Cartier family, and they are pretty young. They're pretty smart, educated young men. You know what I'm saying? They're like, they are understanding that they are American, United Statesians, and that African part they're black Americans, black United Statesians. Say black United Statesians so you can sound educated. So stop that shit. It's an identity problem here, and that's why you call racism on everything, right? Us Dominicans, we know we're Dominican. We're Dominican with African culture mixed with Spaniard culture and native culture. That's what makes a Dominican. What makes an African American? Because you want to say Africa, but you was born here. So are you denouncing the part born here? And I know I went off on it because this had to be only about Bad Bunny. And I'm going to end it with Bad Bunny, all right? If you don't learn it in 4 months, guess what? I'm going to drop some knowledge on y'all. Technology has advanced a lot. And they got these gadgets, right, that translate any language into your language. Get yourself some of these Ray-Ban Metas. You know what I'm saying? You could turn on live interpretation or live translation, and you could hear it. What the fuck he's saying? Or you could download the lyrics while you listening to it. You know, you got Shazam. Put that shit up. Let it pick it. Then if you have a Samsung, right, you could hold the middle button and hit translate, and it'll translate everything on your screen. There's no excuse, bro. If Bad Bunny is American, Bad Bunny is a United States. That's your people. So support your people. I'm Dominican and I'm going to support them. With that said, thank you.